Hey guys, this is Derek W41 coming back to you with another research video, but this time it is regarding to archival research. Alright, so basically archival research is just selecting a research topic and then using an archive to find different sources that answer questions you may have had about the topic. Now my topic was 1940s etiquette and I had 3 different questions about the topic. Now the first one was how learning etiquette prepared teenagers for social interactions, and then the second one was how people were alienated if they chose not to learn etiquette, and then the third one was how 1940s etiquette would look to a modern person. Okay, so basically knowing etiquette connected teenagers by giving them a set of rules they could all hold each other accountable for. This made them predictable, but at the same time, the predictability was a good thing at the time because it meant that they knew the well-bred thing to do. Now, etiquette was a very intricate subject because there were just many layers of it to learn. So, knowing more of it, since it was a popular trait at the time, led to a subsequent increase in popularity, and as increases in popularities often go, it also meant you were more attractive to the opposite gender and were more likely to attract a mate. Now this was an incentive for teenagers to learn etiquette, as they would belong to the society. They would be more attracted to, and they would be more attractive to the opposite sex. Okay, so basically if you didn't know etiquette, you were alienated from the society. This was due to your inability to function properly within the society as far as interactions go. You couldn't communicate properly because you didn't know the mannerisms. Now, this just alienated you from the society, but you were also considered lower in the society if you did not learn them. Now, this was because you weren't exactly born into etiquette, but you just learned it. So by not learning it, you were just saying you did not want to learn it, and you were avoiding learning the proper behaviors. So therefore you were considered lower, not by breeding, but by inability to learn what you should learn. Okay, so 1940s etiquette would look very strange to someone in today's society. Now basically over time, etiquette evolved in 3 different ways. The first way was that some of the 1940s etiquette just disappeared along with the specific situations which they were applied to, such as formal dances. Now formal dances aren't really a common occurrence anymore, and as such, the etiquette rules that went along with it just kind of disappeared. Now the second way they changed were based on the sexism of the rules. Now basically, women had tons and tons of very sexist etiquette rules that applied to them, and basically as time has evolved, basically during the feminist revolution of 1960s, those rules just kind of disappeared because they weren't good within the society. And then the third way they've evolved is that they have provided like supplementary qualities that people can possess, but they're not really required to be in the society. Now basically this would be like paying for a girl when you go to the movies, which is a nice thing to do, but it's not really required in this society. So in conclusion, it's very interesting to look at 1940s etiquette compared to modern etiquette. Now basically modern etiquette is rather non-existent, but perhaps it is a good thing that 1940s etiquette is no longer in place because of the sexism and the exclusionary principle that it had. People are no longer alienated from society just because they do not understand etiquette rules. And now there are less etiquette rules, but society as a whole doesn't seem as respectable as it used to be. We resort to vulgar language and such more frequently, and we don't really behave kindly around each other at all times. So it's interesting to consider if 1940s etiquette or today's etiquette or lack thereof is better.